guys, welcome aboard again. Blueberry.com here, continuing with the Mono Black Devotion Crush tests, this time against Jeskai Tokens. This build is not like super well tuned with regard to Fate Reforge, but I feel like it's still like pretty decent in order to determine whether this Mono Black Devotion brew is decent or not. So when the die roll starts with just a swim here, that Mono Black doesn't really have that many one drops. It just plays out of Thoughtseize and Despise. Originally had like 2 Despise in there, but it was kind of clunky on some decks. Like Despise is not like super amazing, so you'd rather have like Thoughtseize most of the time. But I squeezed in like a couple Brain Maggots in there, so at least like the 2 drops are more clogged, like in a good way, like with 4 Sun and Blood, 4 Pile Bloods, and 2 Brain Maggots. I feel like if you think of Jeskai kind of Ascendancy tokens, then you have to feel about the basically Tomorrow's kind of build from, I believe, top 16 from the City Open in DC. So that's the direction you want to take. So less actual creatures, more mentors, and more spells. So this is a bit of just slightly tuned December build. So yeah, go for like turn 2. See a hand of like not much of like early action, so 2 outbursts, 1 Treasure Cruise, and 1 Sultan Charm, and 2 more lands. So yeah, he has pretty slow hand. I mean, no 2 drops or anything, and in terms of burn, just the Jeskai Charm, which can't burn away a creature of mine, for example. Well, none of his burn actually can deal with the Master of the Fist, but he can always put it on top deck after drawing an extra card from it at my upkeep. So this is game 1, yeah. So land number 3 now. Slamming the Master, because yeah, okay, he has the charm to put it back, but that's not really what he would want to do, I believe. Okay, so he had a 2 drop there. So end of turn, raising the alarms, couple of tokens. That's not a huge deal, of course. That's like barely anything. Although if he would hit like Ascendancy or like second charm or something that game, that would have been like pretty crazy for him. So just playing the tapland and pass, and I'm pretty sure like he has no more action. Unless he drew something out, so but the odds of that are quite slim, so just bashy, playing another Master, and now he's like in a nightmare scenario. Okay, like he's gonna draw like a lot of extra cards, but there are only a few things he could cast every turn. Yeah, just a Scryland. He's pondering for a while. Keeps it on top. Goes with outbursts here. That's kind of risky play. Because that means like on my turn he would go down to 4, so that to double assignment blood, but the odds of that of course are very slim, but it's still technically possible. I know, so that was kind of a great play of him. Oh well, next turn with the charm he's like attacking for 10, gaining 10, etc. So yeah, pushing him down to 4. I'm mutating, so I'm not that to his attacks anyway. It's not like he can cast like multiple stock to flames here and still attack with a charm up or something. Though in the new build, in this kind of situation, something like Ascendancy plus 2 wild slashes would have been like, what, little? This is 5 guys, Ascendancy, 2 shocks, like would have put me down to 14, and then 2 of them triggers. Yeah, I think that would have been little in the merchant build, but this way he just gains actually 8 and deals 8 because I down put 1 with the token after he charms. So, and now land number 6 for him. There, that means he cannot cast like another charm to put one of my monsters back on top of my deck. Yeah, he falls down to 2 even after all the lifegain mat, and then he just has to sign some blood, sign himself to death, and yeah, he has lots of cast, but like no land number 6 and so on. So yeah, like strike wouldn't have done it there. Okay folks, see you in game number 2 and 3.